Welcome back to Heart of Worship Coaching. Today, we
Sound.
embark on a remarkable journey through the history of the hymn, Amazing Grace. This beloved hymn reflects the profound transformation of its author, John Newton, from his tumultuous days as a slave trader to the moment of realization in a violent storm. We'll explore how God's grace can rescue anyone from the depths of despair. Stick around to learn the date this classic hymn was penned and to hear how a stroke changed the course of John Newton's life forever. To truly understand Amazing Grace, we must delve into the extraordinary life of its writer, John Newton. Born in London in 1725, he experienced the godly influence of his mother Elizabeth, who nurtured his faith from a young age. Little did he know that the seeds of faith sown by his mother would one day bear fruit, steering him away from a life that seemed destined for darkness. As John Newton grew older, he was drawn to the sea, setting sail at the tender age of 11. Unfortunately, the life of a sailor was a tumultuous one, and Newton fell into a life of rebellion and sin. Newton ultimately became involved in the abhorrent slave trade, a path which led him to participate in the unimaginable suffering of his fellow human beings. Enslaved by the allure of wealth and power, he became entangled in the chains of sin. But it was during a violent storm at sea that his life took an unexpected turn. As the ship was battered by the tempest, a crewman who had just relieved Newton was swept overboard. And as the storm raged on, Newton realized that in utter helplessness, that only the grace of God could save him. This event was the first step of Newton's journey toward faith, and for him marked what he later famously penned, "The hour I first believed." The next few years brought on slow, halting spiritual growth for Newton. He continued sailing, although he began to encourage his sailors to pray instead of deriding them for their beliefs as he once had. His career on the high seas came to a full halt when he suffered a stroke. This life altering event led him to pursue a different path, one that eventually saw him becoming a minister and a powerful advocate against the very slave trade industry he once was a part of. Around Christmas of 1772, his friendship with poet William Cowper inspired Newton to pen the powerful lines to the song we now know as Amazing Grace. Surprisingly, it was originally named Faith's Review and Expectation, and it wasn't until about 60 years later that it was set to the melody we know and cherish today. The hymn told of his personal testimony. It told of the amazing grace that saved a wretch like him, a man who once was blind, but now could see. The powerful words of the hymn, combined with its stirring melody, turned Amazing Grace into an anthem of hope and redemption, transcending generations. The impact of Amazing Grace has been profound, touching countless hearts and inspiring people to embrace the transformative power of God's amazing grace. John Newton's life serves as a testament to the boundless grace of God, a force that can rescue us from fears, toils, blindness, snares, an amazing grace that will lead us home. Even though we live in a world ensnared with fear and blindness, God's amazing grace is still bringing redemption and hope. Be sure to like this video and comment below how you have seen God's amazing grace and goodness all around you. All we have to do is just look. It's there. And comment below what other hymns you want to know the stories behind. For more inspirational content on everything worship and worship leader related, hit the bell notification to subscribe. Also, click the link below to head to heartofworshipcoaching.com for a free downloadable to help you pitch an a cappella worship song perfectly every single time, even if you can't read music. And if you want to know where we've gone wrong with worship leadership in America. Click the link to the video in the comments below. Until next time, may the amazing grace of our great God be with you.